Working on the construction of the complete plan, the true shape and the end elevation of a truncated solid. And right here we have an hexagonal prism. Here is the front elevation and here is the plan, as these views are given a first angle projection. Now in the plan or the top view, we have the length of the prism, of the hexagonal prism, to be 100 millimeters from here to here, and this line that we have here from this end is at a distance of 20 millimeters, and the length on side of the hexagon is 30 millimeters. So we have this hexagon here in the plan because this part is cut off. Then when this part is cut off, we are going to see a rough surface here along this cutting plane that we have here. So this plan is an incomplete plan that we are going to draw and make it complete. Okay, that is what we are going to do here right now. So if you are watching my video here for the first time, please subscribe or follow me, and then share these videos with your friends to learn on how to draw the complete plan, the true shape, and also the end elevation of a truncated solid. Now let's go and see how this problem can be solved. So what we have to do first is to replicate what we see here. We are going to start with the plan, and then there's something that I need to put here which I didn't put. The cutting plane that we have here is at angle 45 degrees to the horizontal, so I should have included that in the drawing. So this is 45 degrees. So the angle that the cutting plane makes with the horizontal is 45 degrees. So let's go and see how this can be done. So as I said, we are going to start with the construction of the hexagon. We are going to start with the construction of the hexagon, and to draw the hexagon, this is what you are to do. So we are going to draw a horizontal center line like this. So we draw a horizontal center line, and then we are going to draw a vertical center line. So I'll come here and draw a vertical center line. So from here, so let's draw a vertical center line like this. All right, so here we have vertical center line. As we have that the length of side of the hexagon is 30 millimeters, so we are going to take a measurement of 30 millimeters on the ruler. So we take a measurement of 30 millimeters on the ruler. So we take 30 millimeters on the ruler with a compass. So this is 30 millimeters. Okay, then we come to the point of intersection of the center lines, and then we draw a circle. So we draw a circle like this. Okay, so with this circle, we are going to put the pin or the compass here at this point on this vertical center line. So we make an arc here, and also we make an arc here. Then we come to this point, we make an arc here, and we make an arc here with the same radius that we used to draw the circle. All right, so here we have that we are going to join this point together. So we are joining this point together. So we join this point together with this point. So we join these 2 points together like this. Okay, then we also join these 2 points. We join them together with a straight line like this. Okay, then we also join these 2 points. We join them together like this with a straight line. Okay, then we come to this point, joining these 2 points together with a straight line as we have it here. And then we also join these 2 points, we join them together with a straight line. So here we have them joined together, and then we also join these 2 points, we join them together like this. So we join them together with a straight line. So we have the hexagon as it is shown to us here in the plan. All right, let's look at the next thing that we are going to do. The next thing that we are going to do is this. So from this point, we are going to draw a horizontal line. So we have the horizontal line, so it goes in this direction and also goes in this direction. So we come to this point here, so to this point. Okay, so we also draw the horizontal line in this direction and also goes in this direction. All right, so then we come up here. Okay, these 2 points here. So we draw horizontal line in this direction, and we also draw in this direction. Then we come up here to the last point here, and then we draw horizontal line in this direction, and it goes like this too. All right, so with what we have here, So what we are going to do right now, as we have that, the distance of this line from this end is 20 millimeters. So we have to take a measurement of 20 millimeters here. So I'll come to this point here and take 20 millimeters to this side. This is 20 millimeters. So from this point, I'm going to draw a vertical line. So I will draw a vertical line and it will go up to where we are going to place the front elevations. We have this like this, okay? And then the next thing that I'm going to do is that we take a measurement of 100 millimeters from here, 100 millimeters from here. So this is 100 millimeters from this point. So here we have 100 millimeters here. So at this point, we are going to draw a vertical line. So draw a vertical line and it goes up to where we are going to place the front elevation. So it goes up like this. Now, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to, I'm looking at this distance that we have here, 100, okay, it is 100, okay. All right, so then, so we come up here, so we come up here like this, okay. So then we are going to draw a horizontal line. So here we come up above the plan, so we draw a horizontal line here. All right, so then we are going to draw a line from this point here. We draw a line from this point, so the line goes up like, okay, we stop it here, okay. Then we come to this point here, so to this point, okay. So we draw a vertical line like this, okay. So I need to come up here and draw it a bit up like this. Then we also come to this point and we draw a vertical line up like this, okay. So we have this. Now the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw the cutting plane. So this is the cutting plane and it's at angle 45 degrees to the horizontal. So we have to take the 45 degree set square being set like this at this point here. So we set the set square here at this point and we draw a line in this direction. So it's the cutting plane. The cutting plane is drawn with thick launching line, with a thick launching line. So it goes like this, okay. So here we have the cutting plane, so it goes like this. This is the cutting plane now, okay. So we have the cutting plane like this, okay. So then the next thing that we are going to do is that, so as we see it here, so as we have here, so as we have it here, okay. So we need to draw a line through this point. So we draw a line through this point, okay. So this point, okay, is for this point and this point which we already have here. So this is the point. And then also, so this little point here is for these 2 points that we have here, which is this point. So this paper may not be enough and we still need to bring in a paper for us to complete this work. But before that, let us see what we are going to do here. So we are going to draw a line through this point. So the line goes in this direction, okay. And then, so we also come up here. So we draw a horizontal line, so which goes in this direction. So we add the horizontal line, so going like this, okay. So we have this. So what we are going to do now, so we need to complete this. So we are going to draw a line, so making this complete, and also we also draw a line there, so complete this, okay. We have this now. All right, so now, so let's bring out what we have here. So the cutting plane is cutting plane PQ, as we see here in the given view. So we are going to bring out the outlines of this. So this line from here, okay, so this line will be a thick line, so from here to this end. So we have it to be a thick line from here to here, and then this line will also be a thick line from here to here, and then this will be a thick line from here to here, and then this line will also be a thick line from here to here, and then we also make this line a thick line from here down. So we have this, okay. Then this line also will also be made a thick line, and then from this point here, so we make this line a thick line from here to this end, and then this line is also a thick line from this point to this end, okay. And then here also we also have it to be a thick line. All right, so this part is cut off and this also cut off. All right, so that is what we have there. Now to now draw a complete plan, as I said. So this is an incomplete plan in the sense that when this part is taken off, this is solid. So we are going to see a rough surface around here. So we need to produce hatching lines on this surface. We need to produce hatching lines on this surface. So hatching lines are drawn with thin continuous line and with the use of a 45 degree set square. So let's complete this plan by producing hatching lines on this surface. So hatching lines are to be made equally spaced. Okay, so that is what I'm doing here right now. So we are using the 45 degrees set square to produce hatching lines on this surface, as we have here to show the roughness of the surface which is cut off. Okay, all right, so we are producing the hatching lines. So you can see the way I'm doing it is very simple. So it is very simple. So you just you don't have to measure the space between them. So just look at it. Okay, this space should be equal to the previous one, and that is what I'm doing here. So we have hashed this surface. So this is now a complete plan. Now let's go and draw the true shape of the cut surface, which is the next thing that we are going to do. But before that, we need to do something. I want us to label this. So I want us to call this point. This is point A here. So here we add this point to point A. So this is point B. So and then we have this point to the point C. So this is point D here, and this point is point E, and this point is point F. So we have this now. All right, so if I come here along this line, we have EF here. So I'll call this is E. So E prime comma F prime. So let's take note of that. And along this part here, I have this to be A. So I have this to be A prime and then D prime. Okay. Then along this line, I have this point to be B prime. Okay. So B prime. Okay. And then we have what? We have C prime. Let's take note of that. All right. Now, let's go and draw the true shape of the cut surface. True shape of the cut surface. For us to produce the true shape of the cut surface, so there's something that we need to do, which I'm going to explain right now, and we are going to see how it should be done. So to produce the true shape of the cut surface, so we are to draw a line at a right angle at this point. We are drawing a line from this point, and that line will be at a right angle to this cutting plane. So we also draw a line at this point, which should be at a right angle to the cutting plane, and same thing applies to this. So the cutting plane is at angle 45 degree to the horizontal. So we need to make use of 45 degrees set square, because 45 degree plus 45 degree will give us 90 degree. So supposing the cutting plane is at angle 30 degree to this horizontal, okay, we have to make use of the 60 degree side of 30 degree by 60 degree set square. And if the cutting plane is at angle 60 degree, we make use of 30 degree of 30 by 60 degree set square to draw the line. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So the cutting plane is at angle 45 degree. As I said, we are making use of 45 degree set square to draw a line at a right angle to the cutting plane. So from this point, we are going to draw a line. So from this point, so we draw a line with 45 degrees set square in this direction. So it goes in this direction, and then I will come up here and also draw a line from this point in this direction. And lastly, at this point, I will come here and draw a line in this direction. All right, we have this now. So then the next thing that I'm going to do is that I will move away. So I'm going to make use of this space. Okay, I'm going to make use of this space. If you draw around there, you are okay. Okay, the work is okay. So I will move away a little bit. Okay, with the same 45 degrees set square, I want to draw a line that will be parallel to this line. So with the same 45 degrees set square, I can produce that line. So I'll just move away a little bit, and then I'm going to draw. I will draw a line. So I'll draw a line like this. Okay, so this is what we have. So now the next thing that we are going to do is to bring in this point in here. So if you look at this, if you look at what we have here, so at this point we have BC, so we have to bring this BC, we have to take it from here and bring it here. So let's look at what we have. So this line is the midpoint of BC. Okay, this line, so this point here is the midpoint of BC. So this line passes through the midpoint of BC, the midpoint of AD, and the midpoint of IFE. Okay, so all we have to do, let's put the pinpoint of the compass here. So the pinpoint of the compass here. Okay, so even if I want to label this, if I call this point, this midpoint of FE, let's call it point X, and the midpoint of AD, let's call it point Y. Okay, and the midpoint of BC, so let's call it point Z. So we add this to be Z. Okay, so I can come here and label it. This is Z here. So this is midpoint is point Y, and this is what? This is midpoint X. So all I have to do, I'll take this distance B okay, BZ or CZ. So taking it with my compass, okay, like this, okay. So then I will bring it to this point. I bring it to this point here. So I believe you can see it. So I bring it to this point. So bringing it to this point here, then I'm going to make an arc here. So making an arc here, and then I'll also make an arc on this side. So take it easy. So I believe you can see what I've done. Then I'll come to point Y here. So that is, I will take AY, okay, or I will take dy. So I'm taking ay, so the distance is equal. So you can take either ay or dy. Just take this distance. So follow this. Here we have what we have. This to go. This is AD. So put it at the midpoint here. Okay. Then make an arc here. Okay. Then make an arc here. So we have this now. So before I continue with the next one, so this point is what? This is point C here. We have C here. And this is point B, so we have B here. So let's take note. And this point is point A, okay, and this point is point D as we have it here. So next is that of what? That of Fx or Ex. So let's take Fx. So like this, just take this distance with the compass like this, okay. Then come to this point X here, then make an arc here. So make an arc here, okay, and then make an arc here. Actually, this distance BC is also the same as distance EF, okay. All right, so let's take note of that. So this is point E here, okay, we have E here, and this is F here. So you can see what we are doing. So next thing that we are going to do is to join them together. So I'll join DE together with a thick line like this, okay. Then we join CD together with a straight line. So we have this like this, okay. Then we can join AF together. So this is AF like this, and then we join AB together with a straight line. So we have this, okay. Then we have to make this line from here to here. So we make it a thick line. That is for FE, and also BC we make it a thick line like this, okay. So we have this now. All right, so this true shape of the cut surface is incomplete, so we need to show the roughness of this surface, okay. So what we have to do is to hash this surface as we did for this. So we can't make use of 45 degrees set square in this case, because if we try to make use of it, it's going to give us parallel lines. So if you look at it, so if I draw from here like this, the line will be parallel to this line and parallel to the cutting plane, which is not right, okay. So what we have to do is to make use of the 60-degree set square to produce the arching lines on this surface. So I'll bring 60-degree set square, okay. Then I'm going to draw like this to produce the arching lines. So don't forget, the arching lines are equally spaced, okay, and they are drawn within continuous line, and that is what I'm doing here. It's very simple. Just follow my instruction and you get it done, and then you find it easily done, okay. So we draw this line like this, and then we come to this point here. So we also draw a line like this. So moving it, so we draw a line like this, and then moving it, we draw a line like this, okay. And then to move it, we draw a line like this, and then to move and draw a line like this, and then we also move from here. So we draw a line like this, okay. So we have produced the arching lines on this. So what we have here, so this is the true shape. So let's write it here. So this is the true shape of the cut surface. So here we have true shape. So, okay, so this is the true shape, okay. So all right, so it's very simple. So this is the true shape of the cut surface. Now let's go and draw the end elevation. We are now looking at it in this direction, so we want to put the end elevation here. So let's see how easy it is to draw the end elevation. So what we have to do now is that we are going to extend this horizontal line that we have here. So we extend it to this side, we extend to this side, and then we also extend this horizontal line. So we extend it to this side like this, okay. Then we also extend this horizontal line, we extend to this side like this, and then this horizontal line we also need to extend it to this side, and then also we also extend this horizontal line to this side. This one also we extend it to this side, and then we come up here, we extend this to this side. We have this now. Then we take our 45 degrees set square, making use of this point because these views are drawn in first angle projection. The orthographic views are drawn a first angle projection. So with 45 degrees set square coming to this point on the front elevation, okay, this point here, so we draw a line that will be at 45 degree to the horizontal. Then having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is very simple. Let me show you. Now, so starting from here, so this line, if you look at this point, this is point D and it's in the middle here. Okay, so what we have to do, so following this line, we draw a vertical line from this point to touch the middle line from the front elevation. So it goes up like this, touching this. So this point is point D. So let's show it. This is point D here. And then, so here, this line contains CE. This line contains CE. Let's take note of that. Where do we have what? Where do we have C and E? We have C here and we have E here. So that means we have E along this line. We have C along this line. So we are going to draw a vertical line from this point and it will go from this point, so it goes up like this, so it goes up like this. Okay, that means this point here is point E, so this is point E here. Okay, and then here we have point C. Just follow my instruction. This is very simple. Now the next is we now have this one. This is what? This is BF. So BF, where do we have F? We have F along this line and we have B along this line. So what we have to do is we come to this point and we also draw a vertical line from here, so it goes up like this, touching this point. So this point here, this is point F. Here we have F here, and at this point we have what? We have B here. So lastly, so now come to the last one, which is for A, and A is in the middle, as you can see it here. So we are going to draw a vertical line from here. So drawing a vertical line from this point, so it goes up like this to the middle line, and then here we have what? We have A at this point. Okay, so now, so we are going to join the points together. So we join the point together. So joining AB together with a straight line like this. We join AB together with a straight line, and then we also join DE together with a straight line like this. We have this now, and then we join CE together with a straight line. So we have this, okay, and then we join AF together. So like this, we have what? We have this. Okay, then we join, I'll make FE, so a thick line. I'll make BC also a thick line like this. Okay, so now, so looking at it in this direction, having taken this away, we are going to see a rough surface here, which we also need to produce the action lines on. So we take the 45 degrees set square to produce action lines on this surface. So it goes like this. All right, so we go on, produce action lines on this surface. All right, so we are producing the action lines on this surface. Okay, so we have this, so you can see it's okay. So this is the end elevation, looking at it in this direction. As simple as I've done it here, all you have to do is to practice. And practice this, you become a master at this work. So we have worked on the construction of the complete plan, the tree shape and the end elevation of a truncated hexagonal prism. Thank you.